Hello and welcome to Singapore, guys. This is episode number 51 of the F1 2013 Career Mode Championship here in Marina Bay. And as you guys know, this is the longest Grand Prix in the entire calendar, time-wise, almost 2 hours in length. So this track is going to be, this race, in fact, is going to be very tough to finish. So we'll be looking to do as best we can. This is probably one of my strongest tracks as well. But here we are in qualifying 3. I've saved up all my option sets. I'm going to use my very first set of options, or super softs, for the first time right now. And here we are in qualifying 3. As you guys know, the tyre wear is so harsh around this track, and I need to save every single set of tyres that I can, because I may in fact use all of them in the race. We'll have to wait and see. But here we are, qualifying 3. We are 3/10 down on Sebastian Vettel's pole time, so we need to make up a bit of time through this third and final sector. And this is my best sector throughout the whole lap, so I should be very close to Vettel as we come up to close the lap now. I'm running with a lot of aero, so that sort of costs me a bit of time through the middle sector, but it might balance out as we come out of the final corner and across the line. Where do we end up? P1! Alright, so there we go. Starting in P1, let's head to the race. There's almost a sense of nervousness as we know how bad the tyre wear is around this track. Alright, so we've got some upgrades that are going to be delayed for a couple of races, but as I was saying before, the tyre wear is very tough around this track, and we'll need to manage that over the course of this race. Running with high error, as I said, we're going to be a bit of a liability on the straight, so passing for the AI might be a bit easy, but this race is going to be a massive test. Here we go. Alright, so here we are, bracing ourselves for the start, and it's a fairly quick one, and away we go here in Marina Bay. Looks like our getaway has been fairly good. We're going to hold position coming into this very short run into turn 1. We maintain the lead over Sebastian Vettel and Fernando Alonso. So now that we have this lead, we can, almost control this race. We need to look after our tyres, but at the same time, we need to stretch out this lead as much as we can. So we'll be trying to do that in the opening couple of laps while we still have good and fresh tyres. So for the next maybe 6, maybe 7 laps, we'll be pushing as much as I can, and then as the stint wears on, I'll eventually start to save my tyres. And here we are on our recommended pit stop window, pit stop lap. We are coming in for our first stop. We'll be putting on another set of super soft tyres, and we should be on target to maintain our 3-stop strategy. And looks like most of the field is coming in as well. There's a couple cars who have stayed out for the extra lap because of course they have teammates and they can't be on the exact same strategy, so they might lose out as they make their pit stops in the next lap or so. And that includes Massa, Grosjean, Hamilton. Rosberg comes in on this lap as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. The AI are going to be running with almost split strategies, because some cars are going to run with the prime tyres in this second stint, and that may benefit them later, putting on the faster tyre right at the end. In terms of my strategy, though, I'm going to put on the prime tyres at the very end and try and stretch them as long as I can for the end of the race, because that's when you have to do the most amount of time on your prime tyres, and that's when the tyre wear is going to be at its least worst. hopefully. But here we are on lap 23. Mark Webber has passed us on the DRS straight, and I've just got nothing to fight with because my tyres are pretty much dead. I'm coming in on the very next lap to undercut Mark so I can get the lead back. But as I said before, my aero is really hampering me here. It's really costing me in terms of straight line speed, and that's almost giving away lap time to the AI. And unfortunately, I just can't make up enough time in the corners because my tyres are just going off that little bit quicker. Maybe the increased aero has given me hotter tyres. I'm not too sure. It's something I'll have to think about. But how's the pit stop from Force India? 3.1 seconds, so another decent pit stop from Force India. And look at that at the top. Mark Webber set a purple lap time at the very end of his stint. So that just shows how OP the AI are with their tyre wear, and just in a way shows how broken this game is. In a way, it's a bit frustrating when you can't really compete with AI who don't suffer with tyre wear, but either way, we're going to push on as much as we can. I've just got to keep driving, get my head down, and just try and maintain or try and claw back some track position. And here we are on the next lap, catching up to the back of Fernando Alonso and Felipe Massa, who haven't stopped yet. And I think Mark Webber will be stopping on this lap as well. We force Alonso to go to the inside. We're going to swoop around the outside and take P4 back. And look at that, Mark Webber has now come out of the pits, and he's put on the prime tyres. So we need to get in front of Mark, try and hold him up as much as we can. Oh, well, try and bolt away as much as we can, because if he gets away on prime tyres, he's going to be, in the box seat to win this race. So need to get in front of him as soon as we can. We've got Felipe Massa right in front of him, who's giving Mark Webber DRS, so it's allowing him to sort of maintain his advantage over me at the moment. But it looks like through this middle and third sector, Felipe is going to hold him up quite a bit. So I need to get in front of Mark before Mark gets in front of Felipe, if that makes sense. So I'm going to try and strike as soon as I can. Felipe goes very defensive coming into the Singapore sling, and that holds up Mark, an absolute treat. We're going to go around the outside, and we take back position 3. We almost run wide there, but we got the move done before that sort of mistake happened, so we'll keep that position for now. And it's only going to be a matter of time before Felipe comes in, but actually he's got the prime tyres on, so he's going to be almost running long, and hopefully if I can get in front of Felipe, he might hold up Webber for a very long time, because Massa's going to stay out on this set of tyres for another maybe 10 laps, and I'll try and take full advantage of that while I've got almost faster tyres. I'm going to try and pull away from Mark and Felipe and try and make some inroads on Rosberg now. But here we are on lap 27, catching up to the back of my teammate Paul di Resta. He's definitely the worst teammate I've ever had on a career mode. He runs wide through there, and he almost turns into our path there. We definitely made contact as my driver threw up his hand. Look at that. He almost rejoins the track pretty dangerously and almost takes us both out of the race. As I said before, Paul di Resta has obviously been the worst teammate I've ever had on F1 career mode series. But anyway, coming in for our next pit stop on lap 36, we're going to put on the prime tyres. And, well, the Ferrari pit stop just, I don't know. The pit crew were lagging everywhere. That was quite weird, actually. We're coming in for our final pit stop now. I've actually come in a couple laps early, so I'm really not that confident of actually making it to the end. But I'm going to do maybe 15 laps. I'll assess how the tyre wear is from there, and I might actually make an extra pit stop. We'll have to wait and see. But rejoining the track now, we're in position 4. Grosjean sets the fastest lap of the race, and I believe he's about to come in for his pit stop too. So that just shows how broken the AI are for tyre wear. It's so frustrating, especially on tracks like this where the tyre wear is so harsh. We've gone from first and we've completely fallen down over 32 seconds behind Rosberg, who was so quick on his middle stint on prime tyres. His pace was superb, and we couldn't actually catch him on super soft tyres when he was on older prime tyres. I'm lost for words in a way. But anyway, Felipe Massa has now passed us on the DRS straight, and we're going to try and almost counter-attack that, but we just don't have the grip in the tyres to get that position back, unfortunately. And I think with the way that the tyre wear is going for this set of prime tyres, I'm going to come in again for a new set of prime tyres and see how we go from there, because if I stay out on this set of primes, I would have absolutely fallen off the cliff in about 5 laps time, and I probably would have fallen out of the points. That's how severe the tyre wear is. It's it's been an absolute disaster in many ways. But anyway, we've got a fresh set of tyres now. We should be, in theory, the fastest car in the field. We just need to push as much as we can for the next 11 laps, and hopefully we'll be able to maybe make some inroads on the top 3. We'll have to wait and see. But coming out onto the track, we've rejoined in P5, right in front of Hamilton and Alonso. Actually, that's Hamilton right there, so this is going to be a very hard-fought and closely fought battle for the rest of this race. Hamilton now gets track position. We're going to try and get him up the inside before we come into the main straight here, the DRS straight. We're going to use up all of our curves. We have DRS as well, and looks like Fernando Alonso is going to pass both of us with DRS and a bit of curves, and this has been an absolutely beautiful fight so far. Fernando's going to try and hold around the outside coming into the left-hander, and he turns into the path of Hamilton, and I think for sure he's taken a bit of his front wing off there, and this has just been an absolutely beautiful battle at the back end of this race. Felipe Massa now has a problem, and he pulls off into the escape road there, so he's obviously out of this Grand Prix now. We've got 17 runners left in this race, as the streets of Singapore really have taken a toll on the runners left in this Grand Prix. But this has been a absolutely beautiful battle so far, and there's still another 2 laps to go. Fernando and Lewis do have the faster super soft tyres, but their tyres are older, but as you guys know, the tyre wear for the AI has been almost non-existent. Look at that battle there. Fernando tries to hold around the outside going through the left-hander, but we maintain track position ever so slightly. Looking on the replay, it's awesome to see that the AI do battle and try and make moves sometimes, especially on this game. But anyway, cutting to the last lap, we've got Nico Rosberg, who has won the race. Romain Grosjean is going to finish in 3rd, and it looks like we might maintain this 4th place just over Fernando Alonso and Lewis Hamilton. So if we maintain this track position here, as we can see that our rear end group is clearly diminished. But if we finish where we are, this is going to be the first time we finish in front of Lewis Hamilton in some time. As you guys know, I've had a real hardly fought last couple of races, and to finally get a result against Lewis Hamilton, it's almost like a minor victory in many ways. We come across the line, weave the wheel, because we finished in front of Hamilton for the first time in a very long time. Alright, so there we go, 12 points to add to the championship tally. The race sort of fell away from us in the end. We just couldn't maintain that consistency over a race-long stint, unfortunately. But in the end, we finished in front of Lewis Hamilton, so I'm pretty pleased about that. If you guys didn't know, I set Mark Webber as my sort of championship rival. So if I finish in front of him, then I'll be guaranteed a Red Bull contract at the end of this season. That doesn't mean we have to go to Red Bull, of course, but we just have the option to go there. So we've clawed back the lead over Hamilton by 4 points, and Nico Rosberg, after his victory today, has brought himself a lot closer into this championship battle. Could be a 3 or maybe 4-way battle for this championship, but we'll have to wait and see. In the constructors, I believe Force India is still 4th in the standings. Yes, we are on 162. As I said before, not Force India, Paul di Resta has been the worst teammate I've ever had on an F1 game career mode. But we're going to do our best to try and get up as high up the field in both the drivers and constructors standings as high as we can. But that's been the Singapore Grand Prix for today. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. If you have any predictions for the championship, then let me know. But until my next video, guys, I'll see you next time.